Hey everybody, doing a quick stream here. I'm going to be playing one of a lot of people's worst games ever played for the Nintendo Entertainment System, Deadly Towers. I actually like this game. I'm one of the rare people that do. I played it when I was a kid, and it's very challenging. And for the day, I thought it was ahead of its time. So I can appreciate people having their own opinion on the game, but mine is different. Just like with BattleTech, a lot of people didn't like my review on that. But hey, that's how it is. I just call it how you see it. This game is very difficult, like I said, and some people may think it's cheap in some places, like rips you off, which it can, but again, that's part of the challenge. I'm going to try to build up some money. I think it's called Lutter. Is that what it was called? Yeah, Lutter. See, I have 51 right now. That's used to buy things. Those small pieces like that only give you one. If you see a big one, then it gives you 5, I believe. I haven't played this game for probably 15 years, maybe even longer, I don't know. Somewhere there's a dungeon. Well, there's a whole bunch of dungeons, but somewhere around here there's a dungeon. The heart, I think, gives you 10 life. Yeah. You can see at the top, I have 79, now 89 out of 100. Dragon. Some monsters, if you hit them in certain places, it kind of paralyzes them, as you could see there. Other monsters don't get paralyzed by getting struck. These dragons shoot fireballs. You get a lot of money from this dragon. Let's see how much I have. 63, okay. Dungeons are primarily the place where you spend your money. There is a shop in one of these kind of areas, like a doorway, where you can buy better armor, like a better helm, I think, at some point. But it progresses as you destroy some of the bells, beat the bosses. You get better equipment, the monsters get harder in these main areas. I won't grind too much here because I know it's boring to watch something like that. Ooh, 5-letter. Grabbed it. Before I continue here, I want to make sure that since this is last minute, I don't know if anybody's online. I need to check. See if I get any comments from anybody on this. Alright, let's go to the live streaming page. It's kind of buried where you have to get it. Let's go to watch page. There we go. Alright, nobody's online. So, I'll kind of keep an eye on that in case somebody does end up popping up here. Alright, nobody's online. So, I'll kind of keep an eye on that in case somebody does end up. Changes the dimensions of the video. I was trying to make my window bigger, but evidently I can't do it with the emulator I'm using. These fireballs usually give a lot of money. You gotta watch out for those little dust storm things. I'm not sure what they're called, but they move pretty darn quick. Heart, you get a lot of hearts. Ooh, that raises your maximum hit points by 10. Those are really good. These little blobs, tons of hits. See how that little dust storm thing there? And the other thing about this game, if you get hit, it knocks you back the opposite direction you're facing when you get hit. So you have to kind of be careful and time it so that you don't get knocked off into a pit. That right side there toward the bottom where it shows kind of like a grainy looking thing, that little rat came flying through and hit me right there. You can fall off that. Wow, that thing does a lot of damage with the default armor. I only have 38 hit points left. Scorpion. Wow, that thing takes a lot of hits. I think, no, it must not be down there. I know somewhere you can go down and get another big hit point thing. Lutter, queuing it up. And I can't remember or not when you die if you lose like half your money, or I know there's some penalty. Just can't remember what it is. You either drop down to 50 or I think you lose half. It's something like that. Killing these in order to get my hit points back a heart. I'm using just a gamepad controller, by the way. So there's no way I would attempt this game with keyboard. That would be horrid. I'm gonna go left here and see if there's a down spot, because I know there's extra hit points somewhere. I just can't remember. No. Trying to avoid the dungeons, because once you go down into a dungeon, it's hard to get out if you don't cheat or you don't have it mapped out already. These bats are kind of annoying too. They get really fast later in the game. There's certain areas where they just fly around. Now you don't want to kill that demon in that gate there, because he'll steal all your money if you do that. It's real weird. You also don't want to go down here, I don't think. I think there's guards blocking that. That's like the shortcut. Eventually you can get through those guards so that you can go straight up there and get to this spot quicker. Okay, this is that demon guy. Takes a lot of hits. We're getting close to the end area where you have to kill the bosses. There's a whole bunch of them. It's really cool. And they're kind of funny, some of them. Like one I think is like a beet plant or something. And then there's like a death bear and like a caterpillar type guy. It's pretty cool. Remember, this was 80s. I had a friend that had this game and I didn't, and when I went over to his house I always wanted to play it and he was probably so tired of it. You know how that was if you grew up in the 80s. Games were so expensive, you know, 40 bucks, 30 to 40 bucks back then. That's a lot of money for a kid to try to come up with. Nowadays it's nothing because of inflation. Alright. There we go. Alright, so we're in the end area. I have to find a boss to beat, a castle to go up. I'm not sure which one to do. I don't know which has which. They all have special items in them, like armor and different areas. So I'm not sure which way I want to go. Let's skip that one. We'll just try this one here. The armor is best to get first if possible, because then you'll take minimal damage. So what I'm going to have to do here is search around for hidden doors. They're all over. You have to just kind of move around and walk around, and all of a sudden you might stumble into one. I'll take it. I need hit points. Because these rooms are hard, let me tell you. I'll probably get killed. Unless I get lucky and get in a position on the screen where I can just shoot my sword a whole bunch of times. And sometimes it's not on this lower area. Ooh. It's at the top. Yeah, see, the sword is just so slow in the beginning. Ah, you can only shoot one at a time, and then you gotta wait for it to go across the screen. Ah. How do I go back? I think that was a 1. Ah. Are you kidding me? That wasn't a valid password, evidently. Oh man, I must have really messed that up by hitting the wrong key. Maybe it was 1-0. If I reset though, I'll lose it all. Okay. I'll have to do this a different way. What I'll do, instead of going through there, I'll go into a dungeon and show you that. There's got to be one somewhere. Again, they're hidden. The entrances are hidden. You just kind of stumble across them. So you can see why people get frustrated with this game. All the cheap shots that the monsters get. I don't mind it. It makes it challenging. I mean, who wants to play an easy game? Like, that you don't have any challenge. Where all it is just grinding, like World of Warcraft or something like that. It just doesn't appeal to me. Okay. What do we got up here? I think there's a dungeon in here, maybe. Just gotta find it. There we go. Oh, it's a shop. It's a hidden shop. Ooh, that would be good to get that helmet. Okay, so that's what I'll do. Ooh, see, I almost got knocked off in that pit. I'll kill some monsters, get a little bit more letter. Grab that helmet. So I need 80. I have 73. That'll reduce the damage. Let's see, there's gloves. That should be enough. Oh, short one. There's gloves, there's a helmet, there's body armor. Okay. That potion, I'm not sure what it is. Okay, chain helmet, nice. There's all kinds of different potions in this game. And this, I think, might have something to do with finding the exit in a dungeon. I can't remember. That might be a potion that I'm thinking of. Gotta make my way out of there without getting killed. rats are the dangerous ones. Yeah, this uses a password scheme. A lot of games back then did, before they had save states, or basically using memory. They had a little battery inside the cartridge, and it would only last so long, and then your save games would be permanently gone, and it would stop working. But passwords are immune to that, so there's advantages and disadvantages. I already checked over here. Yeah, I did. There's shields, helmets, and body armor for defense, and then for attack there's the sword, and then there's like a gauntlet. The gauntlet affects how quickly you throw, I believe. There's also, oh, there's boots. Okay. Yeah, there's boots for movement speed. There's some hyper boots. It actually only speeds up on diagonals when you move diagonally, which helps a lot in the castles because of all those stairs. Gotta find a dungeon here. Might be one down here. That's the heart I was thinking of. Okay. It's a dragon. Yeah, you usually get multiple things from killing them. So you can see that helmet really isn't doing much for me so far. I'm still taking a ton of damage. Alright, dungeon. There we go. Alright. It's always dangerous to go down in dungeons, because there could be something right there. Ooh, this is a good thing to exploit. I'll show you what this thing does in a bit, but it gives you tons of money. Oh, you can just keep going back and forth. Now when you get close to it, see, it goes upward and then it has this spinning ball. So it's a lot quicker to kill the thing before it does this, because you can get right next to it. Plus it keeps the money and everything concentrated. There's a shop right there. See how much money I have. 67, that's not going to buy much, but let's see what's in the shop. Wow, there's boots. You can buy them. Usually you have to find those. And then the scrolls, those usually teleport you, I think, or do some kinds of protection stuff maybe. Those boots would be nice to buy. And then a potion. I'm not sure if that's a healing potion or what. These bats are tough. Be worth getting money. The other interesting thing about these totems or whatever they are, if you hit them earlier, they take less hits. So you walk up to them, hit them, and start stunning them. I'll end up getting a lot of money pretty quickly doing this. Yeah, see, I'm already at 106. $121. Trying to save up for those boots. And then the trick will be finding my way out of here. You do keep your items when you die, that's the good thing. You just lose some money, I believe. 153 letter. The most you can have, I think, is maybe 250. So those boots are super expensive. Can't carry more than 250 letter. There is some item that I don't remember what it's called, but it'll actually generate money and give you 250. So like you could keep those as items and then use all your money and then use that to refill your money to max. Getting close. 227. See, it doesn't take long at all doing it this way. This is the kind of stuff you had to do back in the day before you could cheat with, like, that's not the way to go. Game Genie and all that kind of stuff. This was way before Game Genie. Ah. Okay. Now let me show you the difference in speed. So this is a diagonal. See that? Now I'm going to buy it. Hyper boots. Much faster. Alright. Let's get the heck out of here. Now I'm going to just try to find the exit. Which can be very tricky. Whoa. Oh, these guys are hard. If you hit them in the body, it stuns them. But if you hit them in the head, it doesn't stun them. Come on. You get bounced around and it just doesn't respond. Your invincibility is so short. That's one of the challenges. Ooh. I gotta get past these darn fireballs. It's not easy. They're like heat seeking. You see that? How they go after you? It's tough. It did it again. $112 hit points. Look at that! I found a password that actually has all those bells burned, except the last one. And I have a hyper helmet. What the heck? That's crazy. I'm not sure what that key is. Oh, that might be to get past those guards. That's funny. So I messed something up and ended up getting a really strong character. That is hilarious. I have never had that happen. I lost my hyper boots, but got the hyper helmet, which is the best helmet in the game. Oh, you can see the monsters are a lot more powerful and faster because of having all those bells burned. So really, this is a kind of a bad thing. G2. Okay, so I need to hit the button on the upper right when I do this. Yeah, this is going to be actually much more challenging now. Because I don't have the good items yet, the monsters are a lot harder. And the hyper helmet, it's okay. And my hit points, max hit points is only 112. That's hilarious. So really, to get to the end boss, since I have all the bells, all I need to do is make it to the end there, burn that bell, and then this gate over here on the right will open up. That's where the end boss is. But there's no way I could beat him with what I have. It'd be impossible. The speed and everything. But that's where he's at. He's in that gate. This is hilarious though. Now that I'm got these terrible monsters, you can see how the sword is so slow when you've destroyed all those bells like that. You miss and you're done. You're toast. We'll see if I can take this one step at a time. Is it a dungeon? No. Oh, just look at the amount of damage that they cause at this level, at this point, when all you have is the hyper helmet. I'm trying to make it to the bell. So, or there's a fire where you burn the bells. That's where I'm trying to make it. Yeah, it's just not going to be possible. For those of you that just signed on, what happened was I was playing and making progress, and I pushed the wrong button on the gamepad, and I changed the password it gave me when I had died. And I accidentally just changed it one character, and it caused me to have the hyper helmet, all these bells that are already burned, and one bell that's not burned, just by accident. So now I'm screwed because since all these bells are burned, the monsters get a lot harder and a lot faster. You can see those fireballs shooting up there. I mean, it's ridiculous. I gotta somehow get in a position to hit... What the heck? To hit these... Yeah, I couldn't do it. To hit those fireballs, they're just too fast. That was an extra 10 hit points. Like I said, you only get to keep your items when you die. You lose your money and you start at 100 hit points. Come on. Those little dust demon things are so hard. Ah, they're just so fast. Trying to avoid these enemies, but it's next to impossible with the weak armor that I have. So that answers the question. I mean, I always wondered how good the hyper helmet was. I think that's what it's called. But as you can tell, especially against these enemies, they're just... It's not good. It doesn't absorb much damage at all. 7 hit points left. Next time I stream, I'll be doing a DOS game. I just figured I'd do something a little different and do a Nintendo game today. So anyway, I hope you guys, if anybody watches this later, they get some entertainment out of the Deadly Towers. So I'll see you guys later. Have a good one. Thanks for watching.